Hello, my name is Andrew Paul, and I'm an English teacher, and I'm the owner of Świat, Języków. Today I would like to talk to you about a topic that's a little bit more difficult, grammar. All too often I find that Polish people, Polish teachers, focus so much energy on grammar at the expense of students' fluency. Today I would like to focus on 3 basic rules of grammar that will make your life easier. Rules that you don't learn about at school or in textbooks. The first rule we're going to discuss is don't use have or has got. Now this is a typical British expression, an expression that's used to show possession. Diana has got a car. I have got a car. And the negation, of course, he or she hasn't got a car or I haven't got a car would be good examples. But it's extremely difficult, especially when you move from one tense to another. It's much, much easier to use the American have. I have a car. She has a car. You have a car. We don't have cars. Make your life a lot easier and just forget about have or has got. Point number 2 is you don't need to use the present perfect as often as your teachers would like you to believe. Especially when you use the words just and already. It is not a written rule that you automatically have to use the present perfect. You can also use the past simple. Let me give you some examples. I've just come back would be a typical British construction. But many people in the United States, including my own family and friends, would say, I just got back. And there's nothing grammatically incorrect about that. In fact, it's easier for Polish people to use that structure instead of getting confused with the present perfect. Let me give you another example. I've already seen that film. You can say, I already saw that film. I saw that film already. And again, you wouldn't be incorrect by saying that. And there's the third point, the third rule that might really surprise most of you. Now, we Americans also have problems sometimes with the conditionals. Now, what I'm telling you is not accepted everywhere, particularly in Britain, but also in places in the United States, but it doesn't mean that many, many people speak this way. And in fact, it's becoming more and more accepted. It's forget conditional rules. Instead, use would in both clauses, in both sections of the conditional, the second conditional in particular. For example, you can say, if teachers would make grammar easier, I would learn English faster. Now, typically, you're taught, in Poland in particular, if teachers made grammar easier, I would learn English faster. However, this makes things more complicated, especially when students wish to express themselves fluently in English. So here we have 3 basic rules that I hope will make your life a little bit easier when speaking in English. Because after all, the grammar is not the most important thing, it's the actual content. Now remember, if you're taking a British exam, for example the IELTS, the CAE or FCE, you can't use these rules. But if you're communicating with other people, regardless of location, nobody is going to think that you've made a mistake. Remember, communicating is the most important thing, and that's what we here at Świat Języków value.